For 32 years, Brian Wright has dedicated himself as an educator and a vice principal at the Estevan Comprehensive School. After this school year, it's time for him to step back and step into retirement. We sat down with him to look back and see what the last 32 years has brought him.
It's been a wonderful experience for me. I've enjoyed both being a teacher in this building for 24 years and the last 9 years being part of the administration team here at the school. It's been an awesome experience. One of the benefits to my job is I've managed to do many different things in this building. I've been a PAA teacher. I've been a science teacher for a little while. I was heavily involved in the communications media program here at the school and photography and building those programs. So I've been lucky enough to have been in many different areas around the building. For me, it was always about the challenge of learning something new. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. When I first started building the communication media program here, it didn't exist anywhere in the province. There was no internet at the time. So it was all practical experience that I had to rely on. I had to read a lot of books. I had to interview a lot of people and talk to people about what was best practice. And that's how I learned to do all those things. I'm not an expert in all of them, but I'm kind of knowledgeable now in a whole lot of different things. I think the biggest part of teaching is the relationships you build with kids. Having a positive relationship, that ability to have a chat with a kid is vital to making them feel inclusive in our building, but it also lets you develop that relationship and help the kids to do what they need to do to make them the best they can be. Personally, as a teacher, I didn't face a lot of challenges. What I see for kids is an evolution of the challenges they have faced. When I started my career, there was no cell phones, there was no Snapchat, there was none of that social media stuff, right? The kids today have to deal with a lot of issues that deal with those things, and it creates a different complexity for them. And as such, it creates a different complexity in our classrooms. So like anything, it's keeping up to date, current on the technology, how to use it. It's not just the technology itself, but the integration of it into a classroom, using it for more than just a babysitting tool. It's got to be used for good. It's got to be part of what we're doing to make education better. Keeping current in technology is really difficult because it's changing so fast and all the time, whether we're talking computer technology or cameras or whatever it may be. All of these things are changing constantly. And I think that's going to be a big issue for teaching going forward, is how do we keep our teachers current in what technology is out there and how to use it for best practice in their classrooms. Probably the biggest standout things was always skills. The Skills Canada competition was something that I was involved in from the very beginning at the school and in the province. It was thrilling. I've managed to take kids from Vancouver all the way to Fredericton and everywhere in between. We had great kids that were learning about what their practice and skills were in those trades. They got to be involved and meet people from across the country. And it was always amazing to watch their skills build and learn from others. And as a teacher, it was a tremendous learning experience for me because I got to meet with fellow teachers who were also passionate about those things. Yeah, and I mean, those are always wonderful, whether it's kids coming back to the school or they stop you on the street and, hey, I remember you when. And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes I remember them perfectly. And sometimes I don't remember. I know the face, but I don't always remember the incident they're talking about. It's been a long career, but it's been wonderful. What's next? I'm going to be fortunate enough to start subbing next year here at ECS. I will come back and help and teach kids, but only when I want to. It'll be wonderful to have the ability to say no because it's a beautiful day outside and I just want to be in the yard and relax. I was very fortunate to have done my master's program with Anne-Marie. She will make a wonderful addition to this school. She will bring a different set of experiences to the building, and I think that's important. Not everyone has to do it the same way. Having a different skill set when she comes into this role and sits at this desk will be a wonderful addition to this building. It'll be different from what I do it, and that's okay. It's been a wonderful career. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to congratulate all the other retirees from this building and throughout the division this year. There's a lot of us that are leaving and moving on to different career paths for the future. So congratulations to all of them as well.